pretty good. Um,
Nice.
so what can I help you with today?
uh, I am an English teacher here in Brazil,
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm just practicing my conversation skills with native speakers,
Okay.
just to
Okay.
keep in touch
Mm.
with
So how long have you been on Cambly?
on Cambly since January.
Hmm. Are you enjoying it?
Yes, it's been very nice because, for example, I used to live in Kansas in the United States,
Oh,
but
yes.
it was like 11 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now because I'm teaching little kids, I here in Brazil, I don't have
Mm-hmm.
being in touch with native speakers that
Ah,
often
yes.
that I would like to be, like I would like to speak more, and because I don't need to learn English, I
Mm.
just need to practice speaking.
Yes.
And I bought this small package of 15 minutes per week.
Mm-hmm. How old are your students?
From 4 years old to 15, 16 years old.
Oh, right. Okay. The older ones are fine for me, but I mean, I'm an English teacher too in a private academy, and I'm in Spain. So, but the little ones, oh, this is my idea of hell.
Yes, it's difficult. For example, this week, because it's a bilingual school, I should
Mm-hmm.
be talking like all the time in English, but it's impossible because
Mm,
little kids, you have to be aware of their wellness because they
mm,
can punch each other with a pencil, a
mm.
sharp pencil, something like that. It's difficult, and if you speak all the time in English, they wouldn't understand, and
Yes. Yeah.
they could be in danger.
Yes. So I don't envy you those. The older ones, the I generally teach from about 12 to 14 or 15 in my school job. Those are the ones that I teach there. I teach cats and pets and this level. And I love that. I find it challenging, it's fun. The teenagers really keep you on your toes, I think, don't they?
Yes,
But
that's true.
the little I have taught little ones like you were doing, and I hated it. I hated it.
Yeah, and I believe it's kind of my curse because I try to be just like it. I would like to teach only teenagers because the salary
Mm,
is better,
mhm.
but the schools they can't find someone
Yes.
that really likes
Yes.
because there are some problems. First, the teacher has to like it, and the kids
Mm,
must like the teacher as well. Because
yes.
sometimes you get like a teenager that just came from exchange program and who was like studying
Mhm,
in England and then come back and need a job, a first job to become a teacher, and they will try to
mm,
teach little kids, but they don't have the experience. So it's very
mm.
complicated because the salary
Yeah.
is low. It's lower than the regular salary
Mhm,
when you teach teenagers. However, you
mm,
need more experienced teachers, so it's very
mm.
complicated.
People think that teaching little ones is easier. Oh, well, they're little ones, you just count and sing and all this, and it's easy. And the the people that say this are the people that haven't done it.
Hmm. Yes, it's true. It's
How many
complicated.
how many do you have in a class?
It depends. Like the 5 years old class, I have 4 students, so
Oh,
it's really easy. I really enjoy it.
yes, that's pretty good.
But the 4 years old, it's 12. 12,
Oh,
yeah.
oh gosh. 12.
Yes.
Yes. And and obviously you are teaching face to face now. It's not online.
No,
No,
face to
because
face.
here in Spain, because I'm living in Spain. Here in Spain, I have a friend who specializes in teaching of that age group, and she for months previously she was teaching 4 years old online.
That's impossible.
And that is exactly what she said. It's crazy. Now they are doing hybrid classes. They are doing half in class and half online. And but she said that, the parents just bring the child and put it in front of the computer and disappear.
Yes.
Um and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes,
So,
I teach the first graders. They are 6 to 7 years old
mhm,
online, and it's
mhm.
difficult because let's open the book on page number 33, and the kids like it. Teacher, I can't find what's the page number. It's like,
What page? What page? What page?
can you say the number you are right now, please? And they say like I'm 92, and no, go back. Okay, now I'm 130. No, the other way.
Yes. And they turn their cameras off and they say, "Oh, I have a Wi-Fi problem. My camera is gone."
hmm
And yeah, yes. So what's your favorite age group, your favorite level that you like to teach?
I believe I like to teach from 12 years old and like to 75, 80 years
Mm,
old.
mhm,
I had two elderly students once, and
mm,
it was very nice.
mm. I like teaching. Strangely, that until I started working on Camberley, I didn't really like teaching adults.
hmm
Um, I preferred teenagers, um, because I thought it was more fun, and we do a lot of activities and technology with QR codes and all this kind of thing. And I didn't like. I had one adult class, and I didn't like it. But then I came to Camberley, and I have discovered that on Camberley there are adults that actually want to learn, and are passionate, and and it's rekindled my love of teaching adults. So
Yes,
so
a few years ago, I was like, my preference was different. I would rather teach
mm,
to teenagers than adults. And then I had
mhm,
this one student. His name was Luis. And like at that time, I can look back and see that my level of English wasn't appropriated
mhm,
because this student, he always stopped me and asked questions like, so this is gerund, right? And I was like,
mm.
what are you talking about? I can
I
teach you how
have
to
those moments
speak.
sometimes.
I can teach you how to speak, but don't ask me about grammar, please.
Mhm,
and,
mhm,
and he was on a crossroads because he was working as supervisor and his manager
mhm,
was about to retire. And then the company said, okay, so you are the next one to get on the position as a manager, but your English is on this level and you need to rise above. And he took classes like 5 hours a week. And he said to me, Bruno, I need to become the manager. It's on your hands. I just need the English and nothing else. So
mhm,
he was like really into it. He asked me very deep questions, grammarly, and I was like, all right, so I have to step up as a teacher,
mhm,
start to understand and start to enjoy teaching grammar because
mhm,
teenagers, if you don't teach grammar, like for them, it's just okay. They need to speak. They want to speak. They are happy just speaking.
mhm,
But this one, like, was the most challenging student I ever had, and I like it. I enjoy it. That
mm,
was a make or break situation on my career as a
mm,
teacher.
mm. I think even for native speakers, grammar is is a tricky thing, because like you, we are brought up speaking English. Particularly people of my age. When I was at school, I was taught English literature and things like, but we weren't actually taught the very basics of grammar, because it wasn't considered necessary. We knew how to speak and we knew how to write. And we were taught as we went along. So when I began to do my teacher training, I'm like, oh God, what is some of this language and some of these terms? I don't even understand the question. I had to, like you, I had to really decide, this is, if I'm going to do this, I have to do in-depth study of grammar, and so that I can not only understand it myself but explain it to someone else, which is a big difference, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's one
Mm,
of my teaching techniques we use here, like we call
mm,
it inverse class, where the
mm,
student, I give the topic to the student, like you prepare the class
mhm,
and you are going to teach the rest of the class. And they really
mm,
like it. And I believe that they observe the information more efficiently
mm,
than just like
mm.
when I, how can I say, just expose my knowledge, like I know
Yes,
this, and like take notes.
yes. Every to actually work it out for yourself. Um, it means that I think that you retain it in the long term memory, um, because you have come to that realization yourself, and that's the best way to teach anything, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
Mm.
And
Oh, you've
it's
got a cat.
been sorry. Ah,
So I'm
cat.
looking. Oh, cat. Oh, lovely
There
cat.
are two there.
Ah, I can only see one because I have my screen at the bottom, so
Hmm.
I can only see one. Okay.
Yes, and there is another one. I have six cats
Oh,
in apartment.
wow. Wow.
Yes, it's an adventure.
So what made you decide to have 6 cats, or did it just gradually creep up on you?
Um, I could say gradually, but from one year to another, I got five cats
Mhm,
because I had one cat. Her name is Sophia.
mhm, mhm,
And then I started dating this girl, and she was really into cats, and she had five cats.
mhm.
And then we got married. We moved to live it together, and then
Mhm.
I got five cats. That's how I got
Oh,
five more cats.
oh. So they are your cat in-laws.
Yes, and it was quite interesting because Sophia, she she grew with two dogs on my
Oh.
parents' house, and then she didn't like cats. And when we moved it here, my parents they moved it to another state, and
Mhm.
then Sophia was alone, and I
Oh,
was
yes.
like really sad. But the house where I used to live, it became my classroom for teaching.
Mhm,
And then the
mhm,
pandemic, the quarantine came, and she was
mm.
all alone because I moved it to online classes. And then every time I went there to feed her, she was far away from the home because it was a
Oh.
house and she could go out and she had
Mhm,
the access to outside of the house. And then she was leaving and she was looking for me because every time I went there, she was like meowing really far from the house
mhm,
and was like, oh, she's looking for me. That's so sad. So let's try to put her with the other five cats. At the beginning,
mm.
it was very stressful because they fight a lot, they fought a lot. And nowadays, it's better. Like, this room
Good.
is her room, and that orange cat
Mhm.
you saw, because she's there. She's that white thing there
I think I can see her, yes.
inside the wardrobe. And
Oh,
the
yes, yes, I can see. I yes, she's moving. I thought it was a cushion.
yes, it's a cat. Oh, our time is out. Oh, bye.
Oh,
Sorry.